How many of you, when you see that word, think of somebody who's just given up? Surrender, it's a secret. You can tell other people, but it's a secret. Surrender is where the power is. Surrender is where we get to be the best Christ that we can be.
Amen.
Surrender is where the peace comes from, the joy. It's not about giving up. It's about being. Unity's third principle says, what you think is what you manifest. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. We're very powerful thinkers. We're very powerful talkers. We're very powerful manifestors. How many of you know that you're a manifester? Absolutely fabulous. All right. Those of you who don't know that yet, try to take that in. It's an important thing to understand about yourself. The reason it's so important is because whether you believe it, whether you know it, whether you understand it, doesn't matter. The law doesn't care about any of those things. So you are manifesting all the time, no matter what. Whatever you hold in thought, what you hold in thought will manifest in your life. And people say, well, I've been wanting this and that for, 100 years. I've been praying for it. What do you mean, ask and you shall receive? Knock and the door will be open. That can't possibly be, because I've been looking for this for 100 years and it's not. Okay, I hear you. So you pray for it once a week, even once a day. What are you thinking for the other 23 hours and 59 minutes? Are you thinking that you're not worthy? Are you thinking that it's not possible? That just can't happen? I caught myself doing it on the way to work this morning. Driving down the road, Debbie calls me, she says, I have a great plan. And I said, awesome, what's the great plan? Well, it involves a lot of money. And I had a moment of going, well, because this is happening, and this is happening between now and then, it's just not possible. And then I went, hang on here, whoa, wait a minute. Everything's possible in God's world, right? Everything is possible through God. So I decided really quickly, erase all the numbers out of my brain. I'm an accountant by training. I actually have a master's degree in accounting, right? Erase all those numbers out of my brain. They're gone. Okay. Yeah, what you're saying sounds fabulous. If that manifests itself, I'm in. Not a problem. Whole different outlook, right? See the difference between, I don't know how we could do that, honey, because we've already got this going and this going and this going, and forget, even the money, but what about all the time? I could have gone there that fast. How many of you go there almost immediately? Right. We manifest our reality. It's a beautiful thing. I have a scripture for you. It's in John. It's John 14, 10 through 12. It says, it is the Father living in me who is doing his work. Believe me when I say that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. Or at least believe on the evidence of the work themselves. Very truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these. What a promise. Mm-hmm. That's our promise. Talking about us. That we can do these things and even more. You know, I make a little joke of it sometimes where I say, you know, Jesus' ministry was only about 3 years long. We have a whole lot more time than that. And we have a head start because he gave us the game plan. Right? We are doing the works. We are doing the works. Whether we are using our powers for good or for evil, we are doing the works. Now, when I say evil, you know, I don't mean the devil, right? Just have to clarify that very quickly. How are we using our power? Are we using it to manifest love, peace, joy? Are we using it to gain control, beat somebody at something, prove that we're right? Because we can manifest all of it. All of it. There's not a rule that says we only manifest good things. No, no, no. We co-create our reality. Now, interestingly enough, you know, I think probably the one question I get asked the most when we talk about Unity's third principle is, well, if we manifest our reality, why do bad things happen to good people? That's like the you know, $64,000 question. Why do bad things happen to good people? And there's a lot of different options, a lot of different things that resonate with different people as the answer. My answer is always, or has been for a while now, I give myself the option to change my mind at some point when I get something new, and I'll share it with you. But for right now, my answer to that is that we are all having the human experience. And just the very nature of being human limits God. We have difficulty not limiting everything that happens. Let me explain that to you. There's the divine idea of what a table is. Never changing, always there, ever present, divine idea of a table. When I get that idea of a table and I start to manifest it, my table is going to look totally different than your table or your table. We're all going to limit divine nature into our own unique expression, right? So we as humans automatically limit God's substance. Not limiting in a negative way, just simply limiting it. One of the hardest things that we do is open up our minds and allow ourselves the scope of anything is possible. We might say it out loud, but do we actually believe it to be true? I've been practicing this stuff for a long time, and my initial reaction was to do the numbers. Can't be done. Wait a minute, back up. Of course it can be done, and I am game, ready to go. What God can do in our lives is so much bigger than anything we could ever imagine. It's so much bigger than anything we could ever put together. I see a lot of smiles because I believe a lot of you have experienced that to be the truth, right? You know, we have a plan. We always have a plan. We're human beings. We've always got a plan. So we have a plan, but we're willing to release the outcome, If it doesn't look that way, that's okay, whatever. We're willing to allow God to work in our lives. We do the prayer work, which totally have to do. Do the footwork, which you totally have to do. And then allow it to happen in our lives. How many times have you said, wow, I didn't see that coming, but I love it? Yeah, 1,000,000 times. That's allowing God, substance, to manifest through God in our lives. Beautiful thing. Pardon me?
Yeah.
That's right. This piano was manifested by a 17-year-old young man who decided that we needed a grand piano. And he put together a plan to sell the keys, right? He sold the keys. Before you know it, here it is. And this beautiful piano brought us our beautiful music director because he fell in love with the piano. Yay!
Woo!
See how it all works? Now, could I have manifested that? If I'd have gotten in the middle of that, who even knows what would have happened? Right? Yeah. Yeah. So how many of you practice paying attention to what it is that you're asking for every day? Yeah, it's a hard one. I got a couple, yay! I practice it. It's a practice. I'm not perfect at it. Like I said, you know, and things get in the way. What get in the way? Like anger, fear, the ding, 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 the past. Absolutely. Because what's happened, I might have just met you, but you're doing something that somebody else did. And when they did that to me, I didn't like it. I lost something. I got hurt. And so now I see you doing it, and I don't trust you. No way. Even though I haven't got an idea. I have no clue who you are. But the past has completely influenced how I'm feeling about you and about myself. So what's your day going to look like today? That's the question to ask yourself every morning when you get up. What is my day going to look like today? You know, you have total control over that. Conscious decision that today is going to be full of love, peace, and joy. If something happens that's less than joyful, less than peaceful, less than loving, that does not have to affect the fact that you are going to remain loving. You are going to be the one that brings the peace. You're going to bring the joy. You make that conscious decision to bring the love, the peace, and the joy. So what's the rest of your day? We're all here. So we know what we started off here, we're singing and we're having a good time. What's the rest of your day going to look like? Make the decision. And in that moment of fear, remind yourself, what's our first principle? God is the one and only true source in our lives. Fear, gone. How do we reach that point? Through our principle number 4, prayer and meditation. Anybody remember what principle number 2 is? Oh, come on. I can't remember either. It'll come back to me here in a minute. It's gone now. Pardon me?
I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I don't remember it either. Under pressure, my brain just empties out completely. But,
Our essences of God.
oh,
What? Thank you to Nancy.
yes. Oh my goodness gracious, we are divine. We are born divinely blessed, not divinely cursed. We have all of the gifts that are from God already available for us. So make a conscious decision. Today is going to be a day full of peace, love, and joy. And I'm going to step up and say yes to all of the gifts that God has for me today.
Yes.
How many times do you say no? Too many, right? I had a young woman say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So why am I still in this place? And I said, well, tell me how many times you've said no. She said, I don't say no. I'm like, okay, let's just go through it here for a second. I know that you were offered this opportunity and you said no. Well, I have my dogs and I've got my and I have that I'm just saying, it's a no. Then you were offered this possibility and you said no. Well, I don't get along with that person and blah, 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 blah. All I'm telling you is you said no.
Yeah.
And we went through about 4 no's, and then she went, okay, I think I got it.
Yes. Awesome.
Right? Let God do the work.
Amen.
It's the Christ within that does the work. Let God do the work, and you can't let God do the work if you're saying no.
Amen.
Gotta say yes.
Yes.
Surrender. Surrender all of your preconceived ideas. Everything that you think you know, just leave it behind. You know us, go get it. Fine. Leave it behind. Be open and willing to receive the good that is yours. Make a plan, but let go of the outcome. Let go of expectations. Let go of your preconceived idea of what you think it's supposed to look like. You'll miss the real gift. So today, let's just get out there and have a really awesome day. Because it's beautiful. It's Sunday. If you don't feel love right now, you hang out a couple minutes. We will hug you until you feel